It's been so long since we recorded an episode. I don't even know how to start the show anymore.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's kind of... Obviously, we don't know how to start the show because we're both having so much issues.
I know, right? It's been a day. Things aren't working. Can't find my headphones. It's just let's just call it a day. That's the end of the podcast. Thanks for listening, everybody, to Black Series podcast, Black Series Cantina. This has been Mike and Zach, and we'll see you next month. Bye. Is that how we start? Is that just how we start?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
All right. No, let's give it a shot. You want to start the first one of the year? I'll let you start it.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. Welcome to the Black Series Cantina. And we took a little, a couple week break there, longer than usual. We normally do that every other week, but we took an extra 2 weeks off, I guess, for the holidays. And obviously, there also wasn't that much news either, so it was like the perfect time for us to not record anything.
For sure.
And let us sulk in the raincore. Just
I still take long hot showers and just cry.
Yeah, just let that fade away,
just let it wash over me. Yeah.
We can start fresh. We got 2022
right, New
is
year.
here.
Woo!
A lot of shows, for Star Wars this year, so we should be getting
strong. Yeah,
we should be getting a lot of really good Black Series figures coming along with those shows. So
I'm
excited. It should be a good year.
I hope so. There's only one way to find out, and that's to live to the end of the year. So that's our goal.
Jesus Christ. Don't jinx it. Knock on wood.
I know, right? And on one hand, that's really morbid. But on the other hand, it's super easy to do. You just got to not die.
I mean, sometimes I don't think you have a choice, do you?
That's true. No, you definitely don't sometimes. I would say 90% of the time you don't have a choice. There is that 10%. But most of the time, it's out of your hands. True. Yeah. Well, what a way to start off on a real
this is
low
your
note.
therapy podcast now.
Yeah, right? We're going to talk about how bleak everything is. No, we can do this. You guys, we got this. We got this 2022. Welcome to Black Series. I'm Mike.
And I'm Zach, obviously.
That's right. We're still here. We're still doing this. And this is our 10th episode. 10 episodes
and 10th anniversary.
In the can. Look at that. I know. Is this like a high school thing where you celebrate your 1 week anniversary? Like it's a big deal?
Yeah. Oh, we've been together for a month now.
Oh my God! We've been together for so long.
Right.
Technically, I think we're going on 5 or 6 months, but yeah, why not?
Yeah, this definitely, I would say, is a milestone for us for sure. Because
for sure.
And there's my dog, by the way.
Hey, dog.
He's back. But yeah, 10 episodes, we, kind of started this a while ago, and I'm glad that people seem to enjoy the show, so we're going to keep doing it. I enjoy doing the show. Honestly,
I love doing the show.
I care that people do the show, but I do the show more for me, if that makes any sense, because I only have the Instagram account, and I don't do anything else, so...
That's anytime anyone asks me about doing a YouTube channel or anything like that, my answer is always do it because it's something you would do.
You want to do,
even if nobody was watching, even if you had no audience. The audience will come if you're passionate about it. The audience will come if you do it, but you can't if you set off to do it to get famous or get an audience. You're gonna burn out real fast, or if things don't go right, it's all about your mentality. So do something because you like doing it.
Everybody starts with 0 subscribers.
Exactly.
Right? When you create the account, everybody has 0.
Exactly.
So I hope everybody listening got some cool, Black Series gifts for Christmas or Star Wars related items.
Yeah.
I put up on my story. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I asked people if they got any Black Series gifts for Christmas, and if I tried to reply to everybody, but I literally got 60 message requests.
Oh, that's a lot.
So, yeah, but when I tested positive for the COVID, I had time. I had all this time so I replied to a lot of them, and people got some really cool stuff, some old stuff, some new stuff. Somebody got the Shadow, the Shadow Trooper pack, the 2-pack.
Oh, nice.
A Grail.
That is a Grail for a lot of people.
So that's a good gift.
For sure.
But speaking of Christmas gifts.
Yeah, well, part of my problem is my wife hates Christmas shopping for me when it comes to toys. because like I buy everything when I buy I buy everything when it comes out. Because if you're a serious collector like us, like if you miss something, it's usually it's gone. It's really hard. You don't just go to the store and buy it, or online it's probably sold out. So like if you don't pre-order these as soon as they go up for pre-order, the chances that you get them are iffy at best. So I basically buy everything as soon as it comes out. So she can't buy Black Series stuff for me for Christmas. We talked earlier, like I got the TIE Fighter and that Entertainment Earth 4-pack back in like 2015. And those are the last things I got for Christmas that were Black Series related. Everything else is like, she always gets me, like, she'll give me an expensive Transformer. So this year I got this gigantic Grimlock. It's a third-party Transformer, so it's not made by like Hasbro. It's not a knockoff because like Hasbro's never made anything like this. It's just they don't have the license for it. But it's gorgeous for the people watching. I've got pictures on my Instagram if you want to go see it. But it's Planet X Cacus, and he's basically the IDW comic version of Grimlock, so cool. And he's gorgeous. And that was my big present. I did get a couple of PlayStation games. I got the Guardians of the Galaxy game, which is a lot of fun so far. I got Ghosts of Tsushima, which is like my favorite, hands down. I've been playing that nonstop.
I've heard that one's really good. I haven't played that.
I got Deathloop. I haven't played that one yet, just because I've got so many. It's hard to jump into all three, So, and I also got the Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword for Switch. So I got a lot of video games to play.
Nice. You didn't get a Battlefront 2?
I actually bought it on sale. I got the Celebration edition or whatever for like $6 the other day. So I do have it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we gotta hop on the multiplayer on that. Yeah, for sure.
I did get a couple of fine editions. Are we talking about fine editions or just Christmas presents?
Well, that's a good segue. So we can move into fine editions. So I only got one Black Series fine edition, so I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or should I, after I'll show some Christmas gifts I got. But I was at my local comic shop, and I found the Sith Jet Trooper for $10.
Nice.
So I picked that up.
Get that cherry red, yeah.
$10 sticker right there. So finally picked that. I kind of decided I wasn't going to get the red one because I didn't like in the movie that they had red Sith Jet Troopers. I was like, it's really convenient that they create this new Jet Trooper, but then on Exegol they have red ones. Why do they have red of the specific Jet Trooper? But I saw it for $10 and I was like, this looks really cool. I got to get it.
It's a cool. The red one's my favorite just because it's more interesting than white, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. So I'll show off a couple Christmas gifts. First, I guess I'll show off my shirt. I'm wearing the Star Wars Visions shirt.
Dang, I had two shirts I should have been wearing. I totally forgot. Yeah. That's a good one.
I debuted it today. Like I haven't worn it since I got it for Christmas, but I was like, I'm going to wear it for the show.
That's a good shirt.
Got me that.
That's from the second episode, right?
The rock band one, whichever one. Yeah. I think that was 2. And then, so my family does like a secret Santa every year, and I put like some desk decor and like some Star Wars stuff on there. But my sister she also got me Darth Vader pop socket, but I don't have it handy. But she got me this like 3D printed Anakin and Vader pin holder.
Oh wow!
Right, you see that? And they're actually sculpted pretty good. It's a little hard to see it on the camera, but
sure.
And the pin caps are the like this is Vader's saber, and it's a pin
that's
cap,
pretty cool.
So,
that's
right?
actually pretty cool.
So for the people listening on the video, I'm showing off like the Darth Vader lightsaber pin cap. So yeah, that's my Star Wars Christmas gifts this year.
That's cool.
I thought that was really cool. I keep those on my desk down here for work. I'll probably take them into the office when I go in, though.
Oh, for sure. That's an office thing for sure. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But what are your fine additions?
Yeah, I only got 3 because I don't think I got these 2 when we recorded our last episode. But I did get the 50th anniversary Greedo, which I haven't opened yet, and I'm kind of going back and forth on whether or not I will because I have the regular one, but looking at it in package, the paint on this is a lot better. Like the paint wash over it that brings out all like the creases and stuff looks a lot better. I really do think it looks a lot better than the original release.
Yep. I did see somebody post a comparison, and I think the new one does look really good.
I wasn't prepared for how good it looks, but yeah. I also like. I might just buy another one because I want one for the wall. I was buying that one for my wall, and now I'm like, I kind of want to open it. But yeah, the other one is the Princess Leia, basically a version of that, the Yavin 4. And she's perfect for the wall. I've got the regular one from the regular pack, but I love the
art in the box,
the art, the box, the shiny. They got the gloss on it, the shiny kind of reflection on there. I like that a lot. But the big one for me was my Christmas present from Papa Gord. We basically exchanged Black Series figures, but he got me the Night Brother.
That's it.
I was trying to come up with like the good, just standing there looking cool pose here, and I do love him. I love the colors on him.
Did you play that game, Fallen Order?
Oh yeah. I've beaten it like 3 times. Okay. I love that game.
It's so good.
I got pretty good at it too.
As soon as they announced that the Night Brother Warrior right there, I knew like the yellow was just gonna pop off the shelf because we don't really have a whole lot of yellows, and anything like bright on the Star Wars shelf looks really good.
So I was gonna cancel my order from GameStop for this, but after getting this one, I'm like, nope, I kind of want 2. So I'm getting the other one too. I wish it came with like a different weapon, like the bow or something like that. Just so you could kind of customize.
I bet that's a way for them to release it again. You know,
probably.
And then included the bow, so that way you can have a couple different. And I would definitely like it with the bow. Have a couple different variants of it.
And this is not related at all, but I was talking customs with one of my online friends, Kevin Mounds. I don't know if he's listening. He probably is, but he just did a custom. Using because this is the Darth Maul that was based off of. That's how this is related. It's very tangential, but it's still somewhat related. But he took the upper half of this Darth Maul and took the lower half of Zero, and he made his own Season 7 Clone Wars Darth Maul, and it actually works pretty good. But I was looking at it and I was thinking, like, this Darth Maul legs, these kind of suck. They always have, but. The Boba Fett from Tython here, like, I think that this is a pretty good Darth Maul lower half. You know what I'm saying? So it
could be, yeah.
I really would like it if they just replaced like the upper half of this Darth Maul with the lower half of this Boba Fett. Customizers, get on this. I'm not going to customize my figures, but customizers, get on this. Like, I want to see what it looks like. You got the Boba Fett Tython, put his legs on Maul. Tell me what it looks like.
Speaking of that specific Tython Boba Fett, fortunately, so it's not my official fine edition, so hopefully next episode it will be included. But fortunately, since you're my friend, Mike sent me the text saying the entire wave is up on Hasbro Pulse in stock. So luckily, I made my order, canceled the Entertainment Earth pre-order that I had for it.
Nice.
And then now I think most of them are sold out. So
yeah, they are. They sold out really fast.
Pulse, so.
Yeah, I got a cryptic email from Hasbro that said, "Hey, we have some new stuff in stock. You should go run over because they're limited quantity and we'll sell out quick." So I went on, and the first thing on there was the G.I. Joe Bat and Alley Viper. And I was like, whoa, I'm going to buy those. And then next I saw, the Transformers Blaster. Well, I have to buy that. And then after that I saw, the whole wave of Tython is on here. And it's all in stock. It's not pre-order. It's like, you're going to buy this and we're going to ship it out. So I was very shocked that they put a bunch up for sale very fast without really a lot of like pomp and circumstance. It was just there. So I think we're on what? We're recording this on the 6th. I spent like $300 on toys in 2022 so far. So that's been my year so far.
That's quite the start.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, and I'm at 170 because that whole wave. That's about, or 180, whatever it came out to be. I don't really remember.
Well, to be fair, I think 200 of that is another expensive Transformer that's going to come at some point. So
that makes sense.
It's not just the Black Series stuff or whatever, but it has been an expensive year so far.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that email too, but I saw it the next day, so I would have totally missed out if it weren't for.
I'm glad I told you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I really appreciate it. So I'm super excited for that. The Fennec Shand.
She was my number. So my top 10 list did get released, and if anyone's listening, and you want to know my top 10 Black Series, I made a whole video on it. And spoiler alert, Fennec Shand was number 9 on my list.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Only number 9?
You know, I had a hard time because I do like her, but I was hard to tell how much of me liking her is just because she's new and how much is because I really like her.
Yeah, it's best to let it soak in for a little before making that call.
But I didn't have time. Like I had to make the list. So I put her on there, but I put her and Boba Fett from the Tython Boba Fett on there, but in the last 2 spots, just because they're on the list. I'm not quite sure where they rank, just what my true feelings are.
What Boba Fett did you put on there, you just said?
The Tython one.
Okay. And is that just from 2021 or is that?
Well, I mean, to me, they're 2021 figures because I got them like early December. Well, they shipped to me early December. Yeah.
Is that a top 10 list of figures that came out in 2021, or is that a top 10 list for, or is that a top 10 list for everything total?
I do one every year. I do just things that I got.
So that's just that came out in 2021.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I need to check that video out. I did get, when I put up my Instagram story today of like questions for the show and all that. Somebody did say, not a question, but a comment. I'm really looking forward to Mike's figures. He's looking forward to releasing for. So when are you going to release that one? The people are wondering.
I've got it written. I just have to record and edit it. And I was going to do it before now, but part of it's because I'm also sick, and then also I've been playing PlayStation games, and it's really hard. Like I don't want to record this right now. I want to go play Ghost of Tsushima. Like I would, but I'm like telling myself, no, I need to do this. This is something I have to do. But I will make that video as soon as I can. It's written. I just have to record and edit it and post it. So
awesome. I do want to say before we move on. So you remember how a long time ago I said I don't buy anything other than the Black Series?
Yeah, I remember that.
So I think I sent you a picture. And I posted some on my Instagram. I've always said, like, I have a really hard time not buying, like, Iron Man, Marvel Legends, because they're so cool. Because Iron Man's my favorite, Spider-Man's my favorite. I finally broke the chains, and I bought the Infinity Saga Mark III Iron Man. And I don't have it. It's not downstairs with me right now. It was upstairs in the room because I was quarantining.
Mine's right there.
You know, and I had it in there.
Mine's right.
It might be. Yeah. That figure is so good.
I only got like 5 Marvel Legends this year, and that was one. Mm-hmm. This is the Infinity Saga Mark III Iron Man is a really, really good figure.
Yeah, the reason I got it because it looks so cool, and I watched multiple reviews, and people are saying that it's like the definitive Iron Man for the Marvel Legends. And that's the Iron Man you think of when you think of Iron. So I was like, that has to be my first Iron Man. So I'm super excited about that. I did get some Spider-Man figures. I got this one from like No Way Home. So what I'm gonna do is, and I got this one too, and I also got the Miles Morales. Because I beat the Miles Morales game.
You're getting into the Marvel Legends already. We're gonna have to change your Instagram name from the Star Wars Black Series to the Star Wars Black Series and Marvel Legends.
So here's what I'm gonna do, because I'm not gonna go crazy with it. So I'm just
you say that, I said that too. Just warning you.
That's true. So, but here's what I'm putting my foot down on it right now. So I'm doing Iron Man, Spider-Man, and then like. It already sounds like I'm just going to buy a ton because I have to have, like, you know, you can't have a Spider-Man and not have, like, Doc Ock. Or you can't have Iron Man and not have the Ironmonger.
I'll tell you what. I will send you my Doc Ock.
What?
Yeah, I don't... it doesn't fit in with my current display. I've had him for a while. I don't really want him anymore, so I'll send him. I'll send him to you.
Oh, cool. So... I'm already seeing the issue where I'm seeing a lot of the cool ones that were already released, but they're like expensive because I want the Civil War 3-pack because it has Iron Man, Spider-Man, and you get the Captain America. Because I only want I need like one Captain America, one Thor, and I apologize for those listening. This isn't Black Series. I'm just trying to create some conversation here, but like one Thor, one Hulk. So I can already see myself going down this rabbit hole. But
are you limiting yourself to MCU?
MCU and the Venom retro one. No, not the Spider-Man symbiote retro one. I have that on pre-order, and the Spider-Man 2099 retro.
So you're already breaking out of that. Yeah, the only Marvel Legends I got last year, I got the Fat Thor. I got the Iron Man. I got Iron Heart because I really like her.
Yep. But
actually, that might be it. That might be all I got.
Might be all you got. But for like Captain America and all the other ones like Thor and like the villains, that's going to be all MCU. I did pre-order the Venom from the Venom movie, and then I canceled it because I was like, he's not even in the MCU. No, I'm not. No. So I'm just going to wait to buy a Venom until it's the Venom that maybe like the Tom Holland Spider-Man eventually faces, or the Venom that they put in the PS4 game, because I love the PS4 game and the Miles Morales game. Yep. So, but only MCU for non-Spider-Man / Iron Man.
All right.
So, but anyway,
I might cut all that out. I don't know.
Leave it in.
All right, I'll leave it in.
It's toys. People like it.
You're right. People usually collect Marvel Legends if they also collect Black Series.
Look,
we still are primarily a Black Series podcast.
They can fast forward. And
that's right.
If you can't live with 4 minutes of us talking about another line, then come on.
I can't. I was so bored listening to that, and that was part of the conversation, Zach.
I felt bad saying it. Like, I just felt like, oh, good, this isn't going to go well. I'm just going to, like, go down this
abandoned conversation. You just, like, your ejector seat just, like, shoots you up to the ceiling.
So, moving on from that and getting back in the Black Series. So, we do want to take a break real quick and say we have a lot of support for the show.
Yeah.
And the show is growing quite a bit, and we really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. I would like to keep the show ad-free. You know, I don't want to try to, like, worry about getting people to, like, throw promotion in here or whatever.
Sure.
So we appreciate all the support, but there are expenses when it comes to running a podcast. And we pay for, like, graphic design, and there's fees you got to pay. You got to pay Apple a year. Every year you got to pay, like, we have
Podbean to host it. Like, there's lots of stuff that we have to pay. StreamYard costs money that we use to film together. So,
so
at least the way we do it. So,
So we're officially launching a Patreon. So you can go on patreon.com/blackseriescantina.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's it. So look for Black Series Cantina on Patreon, and you'll be able to find us there. We're going to have 4 tiers. The tiers are still to be determined, but hopefully by the time you're listening to this, me and Mike hash out exactly what we want them to be.
Well, you can give them a little breakdown, because the biggest one for me is your free trial for the video watchers. Your free trial is ending.
Yes.
This is the last video that you'll be able to watch without supporting us financially. The audio version will always be free, and you can listen to it on any podcasting service you want. Whatever you like, whatever hosts a podcast, you can listen to us there. But if you want to watch it, if you want to look at these baby blue eyes here, and you want to watch
see what shirts we're wearing, we always talk about our shirts.
That's right. Yeah. We'll be putting it on Patreon at our second tier, which is $5 a month.
Yep. And
so that's 2 episodes, basically 2 or more episodes, because sometimes we do more than 2 episodes in a month, depending on what's going on. So
exactly,
you know,
and you know, with Patreon, we're talking about doing a little more, you know, with you all. So there's going to be. I'll just give a quick overview of the tiers. Let me pull it up. So for $2 a month, we'll give like the patron shout out, of course. And then that's just like supporting the show. Like, we really appreciate like anything you can give. At $5, I think we're gonna do questions, comments, and the video of the show, and obviously the Patreon shout out. We're gonna have a third tier, and so that one will be everything that's tier 1 and 2. But also for people who do the third tier at $15 a month, I want to hop on Instagram Live with those people and just talk about whatever they want to talk about, Black Series. I think that'd be really cool if they want to do that. If they don't and they still want to,
we might also do a live stream, like on my channel or whatever. So, and you'll have access to that as well.
Yep. And then we are going to make a crazy. I don't expect anybody to even do this, but I think it'd be really cool. If you want to be a Cantina VIP, You can go to our Patreon and check that out. And then at that tier, you'll be able to get everything, listed in the previous, in the tiers 1, 2, 3. And you'll also be able to, I think, join the show in a way.
Yeah.
Maybe not. We're still kind of deciding on, should we have, one person on the show for the whole show, or should we do, more of a, if we have 2 VIPs.
Little segments, yeah.
Have, both of them and just do, a round table episode or something.
Yeah.
But, for the VIPs, we want to get them on the show periodically.
Yeah.
So I think
this would be a way to get
really
people
cool.
that we don't know.
Exactly. And we can get to know them,
Yeah, we can get to know you. Absolutely.
And maybe one day we can do San Diego Comic-Con. I fly out there. Maybe we have some patrons meet us or something if they're in the
I'll tell you what, though.
Just
also,
listeners in general, really.
I'm not gonna speak for Zach here, but if you are a Patreon supporter of us and you follow me on social media, hit me up. I will. If I don't, I will follow you back. I will follow you as well. I'm not saying that my following you is worth anything, but I am saying that if you support us financially, me following you back is the absolute least I could do.
I mean, honestly, there's people that can attest to this. I've followed people. Some people just message me and they give support for the show. And we talk Black Series a little bit, and I give them a follow, and they don't even post stuff about Black Series at all, and I give them a follow. So. So I think we'd really appreciate the support on Patreon. I know it's definitely not recoup.
No, but like we said, there's costs to this, and it'd be nice to recoup some of those costs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and sure. Like Zach said, we don't want to do ads. I did get an email from Podbean saying, "Hey, you're doing so well, you qualify for ad stuff," and they sent me a link to start the process of rolling of having ads inserted into it, or giving us hookups to sponsors to contact them so that we can do our own ads in them. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be hey, listen to Audible, or I don't want to do any of that stuff. I just want it to be a podcast, Black Series, you and me, us, whoever else is with us, talking about fun stuff and not selling anything. So we're going to rely, if we do get any money back, we're going to rely on basically viewers supporting us to do this.
For sure. So if you want to become a Patreon member, we'd really appreciate it.
Or don't. We'll still produce this.
Yeah,
you can still listen to it for free on any
on
any podcast service, whatever you want.
Yep. For sure.
Is that enough of the shop talk here?
I believe so. Let's get into the news. What do you say?
We have news. Not a lot of news, but we have news.
We got news. We got some controversial news.
We do. Let's start with the fun one.
The fun one, the great one. So, the most fun part was I made a TikTok and it got 30,000 views in a day.
Dang, go you!
Right, for this People of Clones. So we're talking about the Gaming Greats Umbra Operative ARC Trooper. And speaking of Battlefront 2, it's a skin in that game. It's one of the ones that I use quite a bit in that game.
So it was special for you that they announced this.
Oh yeah, I was. This was probably I could never have seen Hasbro making this for some reason, because if you show me a list of all the skins that are in that game, and there's a lot, you can get the blue paint. It's a little bit of blue paint, 501st, and all that. I would never have guessed that they would do the Umbra Operative, our trooper.
Well, it's a gorgeous skin.
It's super cool.
I love it in terms of how it looks. I see a lot of people calling this the Umbara Trooper, and it is not. This has nothing to do with Umbara. Yeah. If that's your favorite Clone Wars arc, which it was mine for a while until season 7 rolled around, so I get it. But Umbra and Umbara, not the same thing. This is Umbra Trooper.
Yeah, I actually called it the Umbara ARC Trooper on my TikTok because of autocorrect. I know it's the Umbra, and there were people commenting, they're Umbra, not Umbara. I'm typo. I never typed Umbra in my life, but I've typed Umbara before. Yeah.
Fun fact: Umbra is just the dark part of a shadow. Mm-hmm. Usually, I look this up. I'm what is an Umbra? It's like if there's a eclipse, it's the dark part of the eclipse. So that's kind of fun.
Neat facts on Black Series Cantina.
That's right. We're getting science facts on the Black Series Cantina podcast right here.
I'm just glad that they're committed to repainting clones.
Yeah. Well,
I just want all the ARC Trooper repaints in my
people
opinion.
complain about repacks and repaints and stuff, but come on. Like, troopers are made to be repainted. I want every variation. I will pay gladly for every variation of every like trooper.
Every single
like
one.
I want how do you not love them? They look so great. That's like to me, that is what Star Wars is about. To me.
Yeah.
But it's a GameStop exclusive because it is a Gaming Greats. So if
but they're generally easy to get.
Oh yeah, I've never had a problem getting a Gaming Greats. No, they cost like $5 too much because GameStop costs they have that GameStop tax, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, in terms of Gaming Greats repaints, like this is up there for a pretty good one.
This might be one of the better repaints they've done. You know, if you were to take out a list and like sort out every repaint and re-release or whatever, this is up there, probably top 2 or 3. I'd say. I can't think of anything that would. I mean, it'd have to be another clone, right? If it's just a repaint or Stormtrooper, maybe like Incinerator Trooper, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of those are just going to be repaints, but sometimes Hasbro surprises you. Like I got an online the other day because I posted that Bib Fortuna shares the same pants as Dryden Voss from Solo. I knew they reused his legs because he had the older style knees. So I was like, whose knees are these? I really want to know whose knees are these. So I was looking at every tall figure I had, and sure enough, Dryden Voss and Bib Fortuna have the exact same legs. And then I was having a conversation on Instagram about this, and I don't remember. Oh, I should remember because I followed him back because he pointed out Dr. Evazan, his arms. He figured out that his arms come from Jedi Luke Skywalker.
The Endor the Endor one or the
episode 4,
episode 6,
or episode 6 one. Yeah. So I think because I think they're all the same. I think they're all the same arms. I think they just reuse those arms for all. They've released it in the Jedi Knight Walmart exclusive, the Endor one, and the original Phase 2 one. All have, as far as I know, the exact same arms.
Wouldn't that be such a cool? Oh, I'll just jump in real quick. Wouldn't that be such a cool job to have? Like you're like digitally looking at all these parts you have for like the Black Series. You're like, oh, we got this new Dr. Evazan. I'm gonna try like the Endor Luke arm or the episode 6, and then let me throw on like, you know, name a character. I mean, let me try. No, their arm doesn't really look right. You know, I think that'd be so cool. Like try the Obi-Wan Kenobi arm. No, that doesn't fit the character.
I think when done right, I think it's okay. I think it's fine that they reuse someone else's. And people, I said this on Twitter the other day. There, like, people complain that Hasbro, like the Star Wars team, reuse parts, but then they go ahead and praise the Marvel Legends or the Lightning Collection Power Rangers, and those two lines rely like heavily rely on parts reusage. Like, it's very rare that you get a Marvel Legends figure that doesn't have parts reusage, like 90% parts reusage. Usually it's just the head and the body is a different paint job, and that's pretty much it. So whenever they do, like, when it's clever parts reusage or parts reusage that makes sense, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it all.
Yeah, I totally agree. I wholeheartily agree. So I just think that release is so great, and I know it happened a while ago now, it seems like, but we haven't recorded since.
We haven't recorded. Yeah.
So I did get that one on pre-order, so I'm excited.
Yep.
Can't wait to get it in 2024.
It does feel like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, speaking of waiting forever to get a pre-order, so the Empire Strikes Back prototype Boba Fett is released, and I will say this and I just think it's funny, you pre-order that one and it says the release date is December something, which is insane for a figure that's already out.
That's my biggest problem with this. A lot of people are complaining about this figure. Like, a lot of people are mad that the first new figure shown in 2022 is a re-release, not even a repaint, but it's just a straight re-release of a figure from 2014.
Of a repaint, yeah.
Yeah, it's a re-release of a repaint. It's the prototype, the white Boba Fett armor. But the weird thing for me, because I don't really care. I'm all for re-releasing older figures for people that never got it. They weren't collecting or whatever, and they don't have to pay an arm and a leg in the aftermarket prices. Like that's nothing to me. I just won't buy it because I don't need it. I already have it. But the weird thing for me is they were releasing it in an Empire Strikes Back numbered like box that's part of the mural. And that bugs me because if I want to complete my mural, which so far I have been, I have to buy it, but I don't want to buy it because it's not different. So why didn't they just release it in the archive line? He's not in Empire Strikes Back like that. I know he was originally going to be in like the early cuts. And when they first showed him off, that's how he looked. And that's cool because you can watch this all on the Under the Helmet, like Boba Fett special they released on Disney Plus, which is probably why they're doing this. That's it. It ties in. It makes sense when you look at it that way. But he wasn't in Empire Strikes Back like this. It's not a look from the movie.
Yeah,
it's a look from the behind the scenes of the movie. But like, it should be an archive release. This is not a new figure. This is not even a recent release figure. This is a super old figure, and that's what the archive line is for. And I'm just bugged that now I'm going to have a gap in my mural. That's all.
So it's funny because I'm the king of the kill the archive line guy. You know, I'm the king of the,
I know.
You know, kill the archive line. But this is it's just weird because you have all these figures, like you're putting Emperor Palpatine in the archive line. Just put him in. It just makes sense for him to go in episode 6. So all of these,
that I kind of agree with. That I kind of, it's this one specifically. I think,
exactly. I'm just saying, like, why I want all of the archive lines pretty much that they're doing just to go in the new packaging. But
just when they label them archive, give them their own color, give them their own labels.
Why is this the one that they decide? You know, we're gonna put this one in the Empire Strike just to piss them off. Like, he wasn't even in Empire Strikes Back, so this is like the only figure that should be released. You know,
if
it's like
they,
the one
if they
that doesn't
release the
fit.
regular,
if
they release the regular Boba Fett, like the ESB Boba Fett with Boba Fett colors in this, I might have bought it.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
It would make sense. Yeah, at least it would make sense. Exactly.
Yeah, it would.
But at the same time, this is also the 2014, like the 2014 body molding. It's not a good figure. It doesn't have great articulation. Like it's not great in terms of
the only good thing about the figure is you can get that mold Boba Fett in the perfect, like where he's holding the gun and he has like his head tilt. You know, you can get it in that perfect pose. But for everything else, it's becoming an outdated figure very fast.
In fact, again, I reviewed it this last year when I reviewed Boba Fett, the new one. I used that as an excuse to review every Boba Fett. So the prototype one, the original one, the Kenner one, the carbonized one. I lumped them all together and I reviewed every Boba Fett. So you can go watch that if you want.
So, and also I want to throw one more thing in there about this prototype Boba Fett release. So I know the Hasbro always says, well, without it being an exclusive, it doesn't exist. Like, we won't make it without, the company like paying for part of the production, blah blah blah.
Sure.
But why is it a figure that's already been released? Why does it have to be an exclusive? It just that doesn't make sense to me for some reason. It's a figure people already have, and I know it's expensive on the secondary market, but it's literally just a straight re-release. Maybe the white will be updated. Maybe the paint will be updated. Who knows? But like, why is it? It's sold out. So credit to Hasbro, credit to Amazon.
Yeah.
But I just don't get why it's already been an exclusive. You've gotten your money on this mold. This is the 9th time I think that this mold has been released. We'd have to count.
Oh, the mold. Yes, the mold. Yeah.
Yeah, the Boba Fett, because we've gotten it in countless.
Different we had the original, then they released it in the archive, and then they also released it in the SDCC. Empire Strikes Back, and SDCC, and then carbonized, so this is there's been a lot of versions of this for sure.
Yeah, and then the upcoming the Droids cartoon.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh dang, the Droids one too. Dang.
Yeah, they also released it in the SDCC pack with Carbonite Han.
That's
Han
true too.
Carbonite.
Yeah.
Was it also in the Mexico 4-pack or no?
I actually don't know.
That was Han, Leia.
I think it might have been that whole wave, but let's find out. Black Series.
Because if so, that would put it at 10.
Mexico.
I didn't count that.
4-pack.
That would put it at 10 if it's in that.
He is.
So
it's that whole wave. It's Han, Leia, Boba Fett, and Greedo.
Greedo, yeah, that's the other one.
So that was the second wave of the line, basically, just kind of put in a big 4-pack.
So that's 10 times they've released this Boba Fett in 10 different packagings now. So they've gotten their the money on this mold, a million times over, and they make it an exclusive. So for people who wanted prototype Boba Fett, it's finally coming back. Oh wait, I had work at this time. It's sold out quickly at Amazon. Now I can't get it. Like, why not make a re-release of something that's kind of expensive on the secondary market, actually accessible to people who want it? But
it's frustrating for sure. I'm glad that I didn't want it because I already have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As far as I can tell, it's not different from the 2014 version that was a Walgreens exclusive, and that's all I care about.
So I did pre-order it because whenever I got out of the Black Series, that was one of the ones I got rid of. But I'm actually thinking about canceling it because it's not a figure that I would care to have loose. It's a figure that I put over here because it doesn't really fit within a movie or a show, and I don't think I care to have it in the new packaging. I think I'd want the classic blue box. So I think I'm willing to pay like $50 for that one day.
Fair enough.
Instead of get this, I don't know, just like more of a nostalgia thing, I guess.
I did see a lot of people complain about the price increase, and they're so hyperbolic about it. They'll be like, "Oh, it's like twice the price." Like, it's not twice the price. It's like $26. Was it $26.50 or something like that?
$26.99 or something like that.
Yeah, like it's like $6 more than the original one went for, and that was. It's been what, 8 years since that came out? Like, counting for inflation, that's not really that much more expensive. Like, it is more expensive. Yes. It is a re-release. Yes. It is a repaint of a figure they've already had. Yes. Those are a lot of legitimate complaints about it, but come on, it's not that bad. People are acting like this is the end of the world. It's not. This is not the worst thing that'll happen to the Black Series by far.
That is very true. That is very true. The worst thing that can happen to the Black Series happened on like December 5th.
Yeah.
Or 6th or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, someone sent me a message today. This is spoilers for Book of Boba Fett. But they said, "Oh, it looks like the HasLab for Book of Boba Fett Rancor failed too."
Yeah, I wanted to make a meme where. Okay, so you want to just go ahead and move into it?
Why not? Let's talk about Book of Boba Fett.
All right, everybody. It's time for. I gotta put the glasses down. You ready for this, Mike?
Oh,
we got some music playing. Just in honor of Book of Boba Fett.
Look at you go! I
gotta whip out the Boba Fett Black Series helmet. Right.
That looks so good.
Hey.
Oh, for the people listening, that looks really big on you.
Yeah, I feel like I need armor,
Yeah. You look like you're wearing your dad's helmet. You're like one of those little kids wearing your dad's clothes. He's wearing the Black Series Boba Fett helmet.
I figured in honor of the Book of Boba Fett.
How comfortable is that? Is it heavy? Is it?
No, it's not heavy. It has like soft padding on the inside. I don't know if you can see it.
That's nice.
Yeah. And my head is small, so I don't really fill it out very well.
Yeah, my problem is my head's usually too big for those things. I got a big fat head.
Might get stuck.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd whip that out.
It looks good though. That's a good display piece. For sure.
I love it, yeah. I bet people were wondering why my slot up here was empty.
I was actually wondering that for a little while. So.
But yeah, here she is. Like, it has a dent on it, right?
Yeah. The quote unquote Cad Bane dent, which looks like that is canon based on the Bad Batch. He just didn't die. People thought that Cad Bane died, but he definitely had some like cybernetic parts in his appearance in Bad Batch. So
yeah, he did, and they can go back and change that Boba Fett story if they want. So
the original there was an unfinished scene that didn't make it into
it's so good
season 6 of Bad Batch where Boba Fett he was wearing the armor. But
that's when he got. That's how I got that.
So Cad Bane gave him that little dent in the in the helmet, which is pretty cool. Because Cad Bane is my favorite bounty hunter now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Hands down.
You know who my favorite bounty hunter is?
Your mom. Oh, no.
Din Djarin, bro.
Din Djarin. All right, that's
Din
fair.
Djarin.
That's fair. That's fair.
He
Cool.
rescued Baby Yoda. I mean, how is he not?
He did rescue Baby Yoda. You got a point there. Well, first of all, talking about Book of Boba Fett, just like when we talked about Visions, we're taking a look at it through the lens of the toys, the potential toys we see from it, but we will also be talking about how we feel about
main
it
plot and the spoilers.
Yeah.
Full spoilers for Book of Boba Fett.
As of the recording of this, there have been 2 episodes out. So this will air Saturday. Hopefully by Saturday, more people will have listened that want to listen, that you care about spoilers. So if you haven't watched the first 2 episodes of the show, I guess don't listen from now for a while. I don't know.
Pause and then come back. Pause and watch Book of Boba Fett. Think about what figures you want from the show.
And then come back to us. This will be the book report of Boba Fett.
Yeah, there we go. The Black Series.
Black Series book report of Boba Fett. Yeah. So first episodes, what do you think?
I really liked it. The first episode, I think people were expecting, because I saw some chatter on Twitter, like people were like, "Oh, that was good," but I'm ready to see more. Because it didn't have the pop and the flair that the Mandalorian did. Because when Mandalorian first episode, you had the reveal of Baby Yoda, and the world, not only like Star Wars fandom freaked out. That captivated the entire world.
Yeah, it didn't have anything like that. That's true.
So, and I think also the feel of the show, it's so similar to the Mandalorian, so where people they're kind of not like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like, it's not getting old, but it's something we've seen before at this point, just the pacing of the show and how it is.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think there was nothing that felt really new about it, but I liked it, so that I was intrigued by the first episode, but it wasn't anything that was like, that was amazing. But I was like, that was pretty good. I'm just ready to see more.
That's how I felt about the first episode too.
And then
it wasn't bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The second episode, I thought it was really, really good. I wish we got more. Like while I was watching, I was like, oh, we've been in the flashback, for quite a while now. I kind of want to go back to see how he's gonna, with the mayor and and all this.
That's I have 2 complaints about it. And the first one is a nitpick. Like Boba Fett in Return of the Jedi, he wasn't Tamara Morrison. Like he didn't have that body shape, So they're basically just reinserting the current Tamara Morrison, who's like 50 years old or whatever, into like this 30-year-old supposed to be like a looking bounty hunter guy who just got out of the Starlight Pit. So it doesn't, there's no congruence there. It doesn't really match up to me. But it's just one of those things, like, I understand why, I get it. I'm just going to try to overlook it. But it is like a nitpick I have that they couldn't, I guess it'd be too expensive to like graft Tamara Morrison's face on like a skinnier looking dude who doesn't have the current Tamara Morrison body.
They should have just used Daniel Logan. I feel like he looks enough like...
I completely agree.
Right now, he looks enough like, a clone. In my opinion, they can do a little bit of work on it to make it look like you get a quick shot of his face. You're not really gonna know, and to know that's Daniel Logan, agree. I think that'd be really cool.
I agree, but again, whatever. It's not terrible. It's just a weird little nitpick I've got. But my biggest problem is this storytelling narrative they've got going back and forth,
like
where you have the current. Yeah, you have the current one, and then he goes to sleep and he dreams about, and we're getting that backstory fill. And the first episode, they kind of broke it up a little bit more, but the second episode is like watching 2 different shows. We have the post Mandalorian season 2 Boba Fett show, which was cool, and I want to talk about that for hours. And then we have he goes to sleep, and literally the rest of the episode is backstory Dreamland, where we're getting the fill-in from before we saw him in Mandalorian. And I want to know that. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to know that. I just don't like that they're dividing the show up in this way. Like, it's a weird storytelling structure. I wish that they could have just, Book of Boba Fett season 1 episode 1, because his glove comes out of there, and we just start from there, and we get to the point to where we see him on Tython, and then that's maybe mid-season of season 1, or maybe all of season 1, and season 2 we get him sitting on Jabba the Hutt's, post killing Bib Fortuna, and then we go on from there. It's the jumping around that I'm not a super big fan of, I guess. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I also don't care.
Yeah. I just think it lasted. I was thinking we've been in the flashback for, and my wife even noticed it too. She was like, we've been in the flashback for a really long time. But then
it was half the episode.
By the end of it, I was like, okay, that was really good.
It was. It was good.
And it seemed like it came to close to a conclusion. Mm-hmm. So now going forward, and I know it's a limited series, so there's only going to be one season of it, right?
Well, if they played their cards right,
if it's super popular, they play their cards right. But I think they've advertised it as a limited
series,
just like the Kenobi. So 7 or 8 episodes, 6 or 7 episodes, whatever it is. So hopefully we can get a second one, but. We'll see. Money talks. If people
money does talk. That's right. So I will say it is just like anything proper Star Wars. It is ripe with potential toys.
Absolutely.
My number 1 is from the second episode, hands down, easily.
I think my number 1 is from the first episode, but also the second episode. But what's your if you had to pick? What? So what's that figure for you? That's from episode 2.
Black Chrysanthemum, the bounty hunter Wookiee.
Yes, I forgot it. I forgot about it. But
as soon as I saw him,
is that officially him though?
Yes, 100%. There's no other black bounty hunter Wookiees.
How do you know that though?
He is the quintessential. He is a character. He's an established character. He is a black bounty hunter Wookiee. There's no way it's not.
He has history with Boba Fett, though. So
he does have history with Boba Fett. And they don't have to be friends. They could be coworkers. They could just be acquaintances. They could be peers. But the thing about bounty hunting is you're not really friends. Just sometimes you're hired to do the same job. And in the Star Wars run that he was in, he was working with Boba Fett then, but they were on a job. They were just being professional, professionally courteous to each other. They weren't necessarily friends. He wasn't hey, Black Chrysanthemum, we're best friends. You want to come to my birthday party? We're gonna go hang out. They just were doing a job together. So
I did forget about him.
As soon as I saw him
in the Black series,
as I saw him, I was like, yes, that. I want that.
My only worry is if they ever make that. I know the Wookiees that we have in the Black series now. They're good.
They're terrible. They're not a good body type for him. He's a big Wookiee.
Yeah. See, he needs to be thicker than Chewbacca and maybe even a little shorter. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if they did a Captain or General Tarful or whatever, they would have the same
thickness,
kind of that thick. That's 2 C's thick. And I have to say, if I
3 maybe 4.
If I have to describe the Book of Boba Fett in one word, it would be thick with 2 C's.
Thick. Yeah. Thick. Yeah.
Everyone in that show is thick.
Looking at you, Ming-Na Wen.
Oh man, not even that. Those Gamorreans hanging out, some of the freaking Twi'leks in there. Those are some thick boys.
So we definitely need Black Chrysanthemum. New mold, 100% new mold. If they reuse
it cannot be no. Yeah.
If they reuse any part that they've used already, it will be horrible.
I'm be so mad. It needs its own new mold, 100%. Hasbro, baby. I know you're listening.
Here we go.
I know you're listening.
We know somebody listens. But
we know that you're listening to us.
Thanks, Steve.
You gotta do a brand new mold on this. You can't cut quarters on this. You gotta do us proud. That's all I have.
Black Chrysanthemum Black series.
Black. It's going to be a $300 Black Chrysanthemum. Needs 10,000 backers. We got this, guys. What are the stretch goals here? We got Bowcaster, right? We got
everybody will say, "Oh, for tier 1, I want the 2 huts, with all the 6 guys around it."
and
then they'll say, and then they'll come out with, "Oh, you can get a here's his bowcaster for tier 1, and then everybody's like, oh, I'm not backing this.
Anyway,
but the first figure that pops up in my mind when I think of the first 2 episodes is the Tusken leader.
Yes,
not
the Tusken leader is cool.
Not the guy though, but the woman, the fighter, because she's badass. Somebody
the one with the dreadlocks and stuff. Freaking super badass. Loved.
Somebody actually made a custom on one of the Facebook groups I saw where they used the Kylo Ren Force Awakens black robes and all that, and they put like the Tusken, drapes and it looked really good, and they put like the black Kylo Ren's hood and all that. And
when I was making my list, I put any and all Tusken Raiders, especially the dreadlock custom Tusken.
Yep. Yeah. So her, and then the tribe leader guy.
Yeah.
Who's to say that's even a guy?
That's true. Who knows? It's under all those ropes. Who cares? In the dark, they're all Tuskens.
Yeah, and then also maybe we could get a Pike.
Oh man,
episode 2.
At first, I was
you could
like,
do that for
"Are these Pikes?"
Yeah, because you can do that for Clone Wars, Solo.
Oh yeah. Pikes are everywhere. Yeah,
Pikes for sure.
Pikes for days.
Yeah, I think we also need fit Gamorrean guards.
Dude, those shirtless. They are a weird color. I'll give them that. Like, why did they make their coloring so weird?
They're like a light green.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I get that. Not all Gamorrean guards are, like, there could be different colors. Just like people, Twi'leks. Like, no one complains that there are blue Twi'leks and then also like brown Twi'leks. But we've never seen. I guess it's just because we've never seen Gamorrean guards outside of Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. But like in Return of the Jedi, they all just kind of look the same, which is super boring. And now they're giving them more diversity, and people are kind of complaining. And even me, I'm like, it's weird because I'm not used to seeing it. But I guess it's cool to normalize just
regular Gamorreans,
regular Gamorrean guards, like not just Jabba's furry diapered minions or whatever.
I feel bad for his 2 guards because in episode 1, when he shows up to that bar that he owned or whatever it is, where it's like Jennifer Beals' character, which maybe she could be another Black Series they release.
Sure, for sure.
She asked, "Do you want your guards like washed and fed?" I think she said, like scrubbed and fed, and he's like, "Nah."
He's like, "Nah."
And their guards probably like, "Are you kidding me? Like, I'm trying to get fed and get a bath.
I want a bath, yeah."
But I do kind of wish in Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett they would give us like a fat Gamorrean guard, just one of the classic ones. They're all like fit and which is cool.
Yeah, they're
it's
all
cool to see, but
I agree.
We can't see one regular one.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
I guess Luke probably choked them all out and killed them all. I guess.
Yeah. He went on. He just followed in his dad's footsteps, just Gamorrean guards instead of Tusken Raiders.
I thought it was funny how whenever the Rancor gate opens and then Fennec Shan's like, "It's empty." I wanted to make a meme of like the Black Series Rancor and then Fennec like, "It's empty."
It's empty. Yeah.
R.I.P. And Steve Evans put on his Instagram story. I'm not sure if you saw it, but he put like "too soon" Fennec Shand with like the empty Rancor pit or something like that. Oh, that's
funny. That's really funny.
Like with like a crying face or something like that. So I thought that was really good.
Yeah, for sure. The other thing, obviously, that whatever that 4-armed monster from the end of the first episode was, like, that's freaking rad. I wouldn't mind the deluxe version of that or whatever. Like, it could come with the kid.
Maybe they could bring in the Build-A-Figure. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it could come with the kid. It could come with the pajama Boba Fett, pajama Fett, whatever we're calling him. Like, make that a whole pack, and I'll like charge us $60 or whatever, $80. Yeah. I don't care, whatever. Like, I'd buy it if it came with all that stuff because that's a cool looking scene, and that was like that. I think it's a good potential figure set there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the Tusken prisoner Boba Fett, where it's like in the white, his like flight suit all scraped up and battle damaged. That'd be really good.
Absolutely.
I know they do battle damage, but they wouldn't have any dirt or scars on them. It'd just be like little tears and paint.
I think was it Landspeeder or Luke did that custom with the flight suit Boba Fett and then the Tusken child, and it looked really good.
Yeah. Super good.
Yeah. And then also an 8D8 voiced by Matt Berry. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that so much. And there's a lot of contention over that droid's name, but when you turn on subtitles, it says 8D8.
8D8.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say one that I know people are probably screaming that we haven't mentioned it yet. You have to know who it is. You know who it is?
No, what?
It's probably the one they need to make the most out of everything, honestly. I can't believe you don't know who I'm talking about.
John Mayer?
Nope. Max Rebo.
That's right.
And the Cantina band member. They're in there jamming. This is the perfect time.
Is that Figrin Dan, or is that one of the other members? Who knows?
Is it a modal node? Who knows?
Yeah, is it a former modal node?
That's 100% Max Rebo. So we need a Max Rebo Black Series.
Yeah, I'd still I'd want to get all of them, but yes, a Max Rebo is definitely needed, especially now. You got a great point there.
He's been in both episodes. Come on.
Yes, he has.
Come on now.
Well, now what we need now is we need a Max Rebo limited series. Like get him get like Blues Brothers, where he's like just traveling around trying to play gigs, getting chased by the Empire or something. I don't know.
Yeah, show how he escaped the sail barge, because he was on the barge, wasn't he?
He, as far as I know, he was.
I guess he escaped with Bib Fortuna, because everybody thought he died too, but because he survived.
Some people jumped off. It's just sand. It wasn't that high up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we definitely need Max Rebo.
Yeah, you got a point. Definitely though need his like piano thing, whatever they're calling that, like Star Wars name. But like if we're gonna get him, like I need a Droopy McCool and Incised Noodle at the very least. I don't care about the special edition, Jiao Yaoza or whatever, and the drummer guys and stuff. Like I don't super care about them. I'll buy them, but I need that 3 set: Incised Noodle, Droopy McCool, Max Rebo. Like at the very least.
We need that hot alien that Boba Fett hits on. Who he like rubs her chin.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? So I
forget her name. It was like Ryzen or something like that.
You can take like your Boba Fett trigger finger and like put it on her chin and recreate the scene. I need that in my collection now. Now that I bring that up, you got her name
right now, because it's on the Crystal. It's on the box because So it's Ristal. Griata was the Rhodian, and then the Twi'lek was Lin Mi.
Yeah, let's get those in there too, so I can have my Boba Fett action figure hit on them.
You can buy this 3-pack on eBay for $20 right now. Look at that, $10 shipping though.
3-inch.
Oh yeah.
Babu. R.I.P.
I'm not about that life. I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying if you wanted to, you can. They're in these weird dancing poses. Like I remember, back when I collected these and they came out when the special editions came out, I was like, why are they in these weird like half shoulder like hunchback, like I'm in mid dance move pose? Like I always thought that was a little weird. Anyways.
Yeah. Any other figures that you think we need from the series so far?
2 episodes. I think that's pretty much it. Obviously, it would be cool to have the twin huts and with their leader kind of thing.
That'd be neat. That'd be neat.
But I don't know, like probably not. But it was a cool scene. I think one of the Order of the Nightwind assassins would be pretty cool, especially if they came with a shield.
That's probably likely. You think?
Yeah.
At least a basic one. He'll come with a blaster or like the little knife. Oh, another thing. Before I say probably the last figure I can think of. One of the complaints I do have about episode 1 was, so he's in the bath for like a long time. He gets out of the bath, the back to recovery chamber, goes and visits certain places. He gets attacked by guys. And then as soon as he's done, he's like, take me to the back to tank. Like he's like this old man. So every fight scene, he's gonna be crawling back to the tank, having these. And
then we get more dreams. Yeah. I agree. That was like,
can we make him be a little more badass than him begging to go back to the healing chamber?
Yeah, that him saying that, I know they did it so they could shoehorn in more backstory.
The flashback.
But it did give him an air of like, oh, Boba Fett's like hurt or whatever. Like he's a little, like if he'd just kind of made his way back there and gotten in, like I'm getting another back to bath or whatever. Like I would have been more better than him just saying like, oh, get me, fix me or whatever, like like it just kind of gave him a little bit of that not self-reliance, which is like, I know a lot of people complain that Boba Fett, they have this head canon and head vision of Boba Fett being this like ruthless killing machine. And he can be like that. He can be if that's what he needs to be, but maybe that's not really his personality. Maybe that's not really who or what he wants to be. You know, we're kind of seeing a different side of him right now. And I think there's a lot of, incongruence between what you know, where they thought Boba Fett was versus how he really is in canon, I guess. And that's rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. But I do think that one scene kind of is like, he could be a little bit more self-reliant. That's one of the, like, he's a survivor. Like, he survived in the desert. He got out of the Starlight Pit. The Jawas basically robbed him. You know, they knocked him out and stole his armor and left him for dead. And then he survived laying there for who knows how long. And then he survived, you know, getting captured by Tusken Raiders. Like that's not something a person would do if they're like, oh, get me to a bacta chamber. You know, like he just did all this badass stuff, surviving because he had to. And then like the first chance he gets, he's like, oh, drag me to the bacta chamber, please. I'm hurt. Or, you know, like, come on, dude. You just like wrestled like Tuskens to the ground without even knowing how to use their weapon. You got your ass beat, but still, like, you know, you did it. You're surviving.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Another, I think the last thing I have to say about figures from the first two show, and I bet somebody's gonna email us or message me and be like, and we missed something completely obvious.
Oh, we always will.
But another one that pops in mind is that we need a proper Book of Boba Fett. You know, we need him in the black tights and the little, like the half skirt that goes around in the back of his leg.
I agree with that. Yeah, the one we have coming.
The brown drapes one is more for that Mandalorian episode.
Yeah,
but now he has like nice black tights and, you know, a black half skirt looking thing. So
yeah, no, he definitely looks
Book
better.
of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
Boba Fett.
Do you prefer the white flight suit or the black underneath?
Oh, that's tough. I do really like the classic look, but I think his armor does look really cool with the black underneath because the green and black just goes together so well.
I agree.
I don't think I prefer either one because I think they both have their place.
Sure.
Like,
all right.
I'm completely fine with him not wearing a gray or white undersuit.
Yeah.
You know how it was. Honestly, if I were designing the character a long time ago, I probably would have made it black underneath.
It's cooler.
Because it makes colors pop better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
What about the desert vision with the lizard? I love that. I think I swallowed your lizard.
That was wild. Yeah, but I think I swallowed it.
Yeah.
That whole scene where they're creating the weapon,
the Gaddafi stick,
was really cool.
I think that's really, I think it's really cool to kind of get a bigger view in like Tusken culture.
Mm-hmm. I never thought I'd see it, but here we are, and I really like it.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Are Tusken Raiders cool now? Is that a thing?
I guess so. They're not necessarily bad guys.
Yeah, they're
not all
misunderstood. Well, we kind of got that sense from The Mandalorian. Like we had a couple of those episodes with the way Din interacted with them, like, and just treated them like they were people and not, you know, mindless killing machines or whatever. Which is how we've always kind of seen them in Star Wars. Like in A New Hope, like they were just there to kill and be antagonists. Same thing in episode 2. You know, they stole Shmi Skywalker and Anakin killed them all. And that's literally our extent to our interaction with them.
In episode 1, when they're shooting the pod racers.
And they're taking pot shots to pod racers.
Annoying and yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is really cool that they're diving into that more.
And honestly, I kind of understand it. Like they're just out there trying to have a good time, and suddenly one day they're like, "Oh, here's a bunch of pod racers making a bunch of noise and rackets, like disturbing it on your nice Sunday afternoon." I would probably take pot shots too, especially after seeing the train scene. Like, geez, could you imagine just having a nice family barbecue and suddenly this train roars through your camp, shoots half your people
and
dead,
they're like shooting you? Yeah, it's one thing if they're just going through, you know, making passage,
but even going through, that's disruptive. Like. You're just having a good time, and suddenly everything starts shaking because your train is so freaking loud. Yeah, Well, like I did like that little spider droid that was controlling all
he was
the
cool.
stuff. Yeah.
It was really funny, Boba Fett teaching Tuskens how to
I
drive those
that.
speeders.
I love
it was
that
hilarious.
so much. That was a fun montage of teaching Tusken Raiders how to drive a speeder bike. That was a lot of fun.
He turns it on, he just goes backwards.
Just immediately goes backwards. Yeah. Even Ewoks got this, dude. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. I would like the dog, the Tusken dog, whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The little Mastiffs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be cool to have in the Black Series.
Oh, for sure. Like I said, anything Tusken Raider related, preferably not just another re-release of the Black Series Tusken we've already had. Yeah. Maybe do that, but repaint it black, I guess. But I also want, like, the more different looking ones, too, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's about all I got. You have anything else to get off your chest?
That's pretty much it. We'll have more. As the Book of Boba Fett airs, we'll have a little segment each time where we talk about the Book of Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it seems like it's going to line up really nicely to where we'll watch the next 2 episodes and then we'll record the next day after episode 4. So next episode, full spoilers for episodes 3 and 4 of Book of Boba Fett, because I know I'm not going to wait longer unless something crazy happens.
Yeah. And then, like I said, we post these on Saturday usually, so there'll be time for people to have watched it. So there'll be spoiler talk, but I mean, hopefully by the time that you listen to our podcast, you'll have watched the episode if you care about spoilers. Yeah.
So finally diving back into listener questions. Moving forward, I would like to keep these Patreon exclusive, but if we don't get any Patreons to the level they got to submit questions, I'll still ask for questions.
Yeah, the Patreon will just sort of be a bigger guarantee that we'll get to it. Also, though, maybe if you are doing a question, like, just ask the question. We don't want like a book. we don't need three paragraphs of questions.
That is very
Although
true.
we love the enthusiasm.
We do love the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So starting off, Ethan on Instagram, what more obscure figure? And the first 2 questions are actually kind of the same, so I'll go ahead and read both of them. Now, what more obscure figures are you hoping to see made in the next year? And Ivan on Instagram asks, what figures do you want that will probably never happen? This is for both of you. For me, it's more of the Knights of Ren. Yeah, Knights of Ren probably won't happen because
that's a good one.
Because lack of success of those figures, I guess. And the fact that there's so much new content coming out.
Yeah, it's really hard to go back and do old ones when there's constantly new stuff coming out, because Hasbro wants to make figures based on the new stuff. Yeah, exactly. Man, Knights of Ren is a go. I think I even said that in my Knights of Ren figure review that I did. It's like, this is a really good start, and we'll probably never see the others. Like, even in the vintage collection, they got a different one, but they still only got one. So it would be really cool to have more than that. But I think, I think my answer would probably be Embo. I think he's just obscure enough where, like, the casual collector isn't going to know who that is.
Doesn't know who he is, yeah.
Exactly. Like, obviously, if you're a diehard like us, like, we know who Embo is. We love Clone Wars. He's one of the cooler looking bounty hunters from Clone Wars, but I just don't think he has
the gravitas.
He doesn't have the gravitas. He doesn't have the household name recognition that some of the other figures do. So I don't think we'll see him this year. But spoiler alert, he will be on my regular wish list, and I am putting him as my answer for this question.
Yep, good answer. I think I'm going to go with some more of the A New Hope Cantina aliens, just stuff like that. And then I think that'd be good. I'm forgetting their names right now.
I think if a figure that will never happen, like something like Lax Sivrak. I mean, they replaced him in the special edition, which sucks because the Wolfman was one of the cooler looking figures, or like Cantina patrons in the Cantina set. And when they replaced him in the special edition, I was actually mad. I'm like this.
Not a good change, George.
No, it wasn't a good change. I was like 15 years old watching this in the theaters going like, what happened to Lex Sivrak? What the hell? You know, like I was like visibly pissed. And my dad's like, dude, calm down. You're embarrassing me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with like more like of the shots you see of like the quick shots you see of the cantina in episode 4.
Sure.
Like what's the guy's name with the he has the like the devil demon head.
You know, I would be able to name him any other time, but now that you ask me,
like I think just having some of those like random aliens standing around would be
for
really
sure.
cool. That's probably my answer
Jesus.
for that question.
I know he's a Deveronian, but his name is like a long string of characters and punctuation. So I'm not even going
to attempt it.
I'm not even going to attempt pronouncing this guy's name. But I know he's a Deveronian. Also, I think a Boshek would be pretty cool. Just like or like a Cabe and Muftak, like, you know, some of those random blinking you're missing people.
What about Cammy and Fixer from the deleted scene?
From the deleted scenes?
From A New Hope and
from
Boba Fett.
Or and put the Biggs from his like his not in his X-Wing pilot uniform, like the little cape outfit or whatever.
And now that Cammy and Fixer are, you know, in Book of Boba Fett, it'd be perfect time to throw them in maybe.
Was that Cammy and Fixer?
Where the couple who was
the couple
who was in the bar, and he said, yeah, that's Cammy and Fixer.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, confirmed in the post credits. And if you look at it, they actually look pretty similar to the original actors.
Oh man!
And you know, that was Tashi Station.
Oh, I had no idea. Look at me.
Yeah, that was Tashi Station, and Cammy and Fixer.
Do I have to turn in my like Star Wars like nerd card now? Do I lose points? Is this like dying in a video game and I lose experience points? You get to loot my body now.
You just leveled down.
I leveled down. I'm no longer a podcast host. I'm just podcast listener.
Yep, for sure. But yeah, that was confirmed to be Cammy and Fixer, Tashi Station. So we finally got to see.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool to bring them into canon now. And I was even joking to myself, thinking like, oh, they'll probably do that stupid, like boring human couple that we saw in there, like before they do anyone cool. Oh man, Cammy, that is pretty cool though. Cammy and Fixer, I guess. And what was Luke Skywalker was like Wormy? Was that his nickname? Ugh, that's the worst.
They had another friend. I can't think of the name though.
Yeah, I'm really glad that those scenes got cut from A New Hope.
Yeah, they didn't add anything at all.
Yeah.
So they definitely credit to George's wife at the time.
Credit to George's wife who cut those. For sure.
Editing pretty much everything.
Absolutely.
So the next question is from Brent on Instagram. Do you all have any guests lined up for future episodes? So I have talked to some of the better like photographers, like action figure photographers on Instagram, and they've agreed to come on. So I just need to reach out to them again, and hopefully they have the time to come on.
Yeah. We've got a couple people. Yeah.
Hopefully we can get, maybe one day we can get Steve Evans on, and just to talk about his, you know, past, you know, like maybe some figures that he, you know, enjoyed working on, and his past experience with the Black Series team and all that. I
would take someone from the current team just for fun. Like get Jing on here. Get Eric on here. Mm-hmm. Let's have a fun chat. Let's have a fun, like, no hostility.
No holds barred match.
Let's just talk about Star Wars. How much do we love Star Wars?
Yep,
like,
for sure.
What are our favorite things about Star Wars? You know, like just a nice friendly chat. That's all I want.
Yep. So yeah, I think we'll have some cool people on here soon. And I know I didn't have time to put it in the. I did get a question on Instagram in time from Aaron Darrow. He's sent a question before. I haven't even read this, honestly, so hopefully it's a good question. Question for the show: is it nice to collect other things besides Black Series? Since not many Black Series figures have been coming out, I've gotten into Marvel Legends a bit. This is kind of insane. I know Mike collects other things. I just love collecting action figures and need my figure fix. Well, I'm just now kind of diving in, and it's fun so far. It's kind of a new, breaking new ground for me. And yeah, I think the Marvel Legends, the 4 I have, yeah, they're super, super awesome so far. So I can't wait to get more of those and hopefully limit myself. But Mike is definitely a better resource for this specific question.
Yeah, I mean, I like collecting more than just Star Wars. Black Series, I would say, is probably like my main thing because it's the only thing that I'm quote unquote a completionist over. But I mean, behind me on this shelf that you can see for the people watching, I've got Mythic Legions, I've got G.I. Joe Classified, I've got Marvel Legends down here. Up here on this shelf that you can only see half of, I've got Ninja Turtles from NECA. And then this whole shelf right here behind me, directly behind me, is all Transformers because I freaking love Transformers. Transformers are like my number 2. And then over this side is all Black Series. And over on the corner here, I've got some Black Series and Power Rangers. So,
I think I'm gonna jump in and say we need to fix your camera angle so we see more of the Black Series on this podcast.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
But yeah, so I think it's cool to collect other lines and
I like you said, sometimes it's just fun. It's just fun buying toys. Mm-hmm. I mean, I buy toys just because I like buying toys. If Black Series didn't exist, I would still buy toys. I just really like Star Wars more than most other things, but pretty much all I collect has some ties to my childhood, like Transformers. Yeah. I mean, He-Man, Power Rangers. Mythic Legions is probably the only thing I collect that I don't, but that just started because they did He-Man stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy those. And then I just thought they were cool. And I kept buying different ones. Like I just bought their Krampus. They did a figure off of Krampus. And I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, I want a Krampus figure. Why not? You know?
Yeah, that's why I bought that Michael Myers figure when I saw it. Because I was like, this thing is really cool. Like I just kind of want this. And it just sits on my desk. And I don't have any other Halloween item, action figure. Just I like Michael Myers. And he just sits there and he holds his bloody hammer. And looks really awesome. So... but yeah, Aaron, so now we're both kind of just getting into Marvel Legends, so that's kind of a cool little thing there. And I'm not getting into it.
We'll see where you get off. We'll see. I for a long time swore up and down I don't collect Marvel Legends. I just have a couple.
That's my thing. I don't collect them. I'm just gonna have a whole shelf of them.
That'll change. We'll yeah. By the time we do our next episode, we'll see how many more you have.
All right. Hopefully, I have the Thanos Iron Man 2-pack from, what is it, Endgame?
That's one I wouldn't mind getting just because I have the Fat Thor and I have the Endgame Captain America. So I wouldn't mind getting Iron Man from that. Just to have that threesome from that fight. But right now the Mark III Iron Man is kind of taking his place.
Yeah. And it is expensive on secondary market too, but it's available for pre-order and it's in stock right now on Hasbro Boss.
It's like $70.
So it's $62.99.
Yeah,
free shipping,
which isn't bad. I mean, the
free shipping
before this, that Thanos was a Build-A-Figure, so getting him was way more expensive because you had to buy a whole wave of probably figures you didn't even care about, which is why I never got him the first go around. And then that. Like, there's a lot of cool extra parts you only get in that, like the snap hand on Iron Man and like all the battle damage stuff.
Yeah.
So definitely cool.
Yeah. So I'm considering getting that, but I'm like $63. It's not Black Series. Like I'm not sure. I'm sure when I watch the movie next, I'll be like, okay, I have to have that.
Here's my question: where are you gonna put it?
So my plan is, so this is all Black Series. I think I'm gonna put it. So here's my desk. It's like an L desk. There's a wall here. I'm thinking I'm going to put another shelf right here.
Okay.
Move my file cabinet down, or maybe on that side of the file cabinet. So I'll just put it over there. And
okay, so you got room basically in your basement.
I got this whole wall where I don't have and this whole wall right here, I don't have any, and I'd like to cover up that pipe to the washer machine.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'll probably put like some bookshelves or something up. Set them there.
That makes sense.
I got a plan, man. But yeah, cool. So I think that's it.
That's
Mike,
it. That's our episode. Yeah.
Where can the listeners see what you're doing?
Yeah. Well, I've got my my channel, Mike Case. You can go watch my stuff. Like I said, I've done a couple of recent reviews. I've also just done my top 10 Black Series figures. I'll probably, hopefully, by the time this gets up or shortly after, I'll have my my wish list for 20. I don't want to wait too long into 2022 to do a wish list because, like, if you wait too long, it's not really a good wish list. But we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do my checklist. I always do a checklist every year, but the release schedule was so screwed up. Like, I don't even know what was a 2021, what was a 2022 or 2020 figure. So I might just skip. I might just stop doing those. But I'll definitely do a wish list. And I've got the whole Boba Fett Tython wave that I'm gonna do a review for. So I'll start working on that as well. Also, awesome. I've got pictures for all the stuff on my Instagram at Trusty Sidekick.
There you go. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. The name is on the screen, and for those listening, I know I've said it 1,000 times before, but the Star Wars Black Series on there. Don't forget, you can email us, blackseriescantina@gmail.com.
Yes,
if you want to
we've
reach
gotten
out
some
there.
great emails from some people. Yeah. I love getting emails from people.
I like the international ones.
Yeah, the international ones are a blast. Yeah, for sure. My favorite one is from Chartable Digest. No, wait, that's not a guy. That's not a person.
That's the one that tells us we're like top 60 in Mexico for the hobby or whatever.
Like Stephen Matthews, Eugenio Warglian, Brad Dietzen, like Shauna Landon. Oh no, that's a person saying that we should do. That's not a real person. Never mind. Just kidding. We get a lot of like weird advertising opportunities that are definitely scams because they're from the Czech Republic, and there's no way someone in the Czech Republic works in like for Pixelmator or whatever. So but no, we've got a couple of great little line drops, and I love reading those emails for sure.
Yep. So also don't forget to, if you want to become a member on Patreon, look us up, Black Series Cantina. We've got 4 different tiers there, so we appreciate anything. If you want to give us anything, support the show, we would really appreciate that.
It really does. It really is appreciated for sure.
Yeah. But
and we'll do our best to make it worth your while. Yeah. Well, thanks for listening to us.
We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks, and I guess we're gonna get a little bye from Boba Fett there. Boba Fett. Mike Case said goodbye with fear, but Zach says goodbye with respect. Bye.